A Taranaki couple is vowing to fight to the bitter end to stay in their home, which is in the path of the province's biggest roading project in generations. Tony Pascoe has lived his entire life in Mangapepeke Valley. He and his wife Debbie raised their children there, but now the $200 million Mount Messenger bypass project looms large. Our Taranaki Whanganui reporter Robin Martin went to visit the Mangapepeke Valley.
Nestled at the northern entrance to Mount Messenger is 3072 Morco Road, a modest weatherboard dwelling surrounded by the detritus of decades of farm life. It's home to Tony and Debbie Pascoe. Beyond the chooks and dog kennels lies the Mangapepeke Valley, kilometres of wetlands surrounded on each side by native bush, some of it hundreds of years old. Tony Pascoe, who runs a few beef cattle here, can't believe it's been chosen as the new route for State Highway 3.
You've got your kaikateas, your rewaweras, your five-finger, your whitey woods. There's something like 70 varieties of different native orchid in here. I'm not up to play with all these sorts of trees in here, but there's a huge amount. There's some back here that the people just go, wow, there's not many of these around.
Not to mention the bird life.
Well, there's 23 species of native birds, they're saying, and I've seen most of them over the years. There's your long-tailed bat, the creek's full of eels and crayfish and native fish, and this valley is full of kiwis. Just beside that tree there the other night, there was a kiwi going for it. One over the valley going for it, one back over there going for it, two back at home going for it.
The Transport Agency says the route, chosen from a short list of 5, avoids the ecologically sensitive Waipinao Valley and a large landslide to the north of Mount Messenger, which affects the current main road north out of Taranaki. The agency says it will enhance the road's safety, resilience and reliability and will contribute to regional economic growth. The 6-kilometre bypass, which includes 2 bridges and a 235-metre tunnel, will also be 4 to 5 minutes quicker than the existing route. That's not good enough for Marie Gibbs of the Potama Kaitiaki Charitable Trust, which is supporting the Pascoes in their High Court challenge to interim consents granted by the Environment Court.
Tony and Debbie and Potama are here to protect this land and protect this valley. We don't want the road to go up here, but if it must go up here, we want as little damage done as possible.
She reckons tweaks could have been made to the existing road.
There's some alterations they can make to that route to make it less expensive and to make it a really good option, good road, make a bigger tunnel, bypass that top windy section. We don't need a 100k road over the mountain. If we got an 80k road over there, it'd be great.
But the Transport Agency has already cut a deal with Ngāti Tama, the iwi whose rohe the road passes over. It's swapping 20 hectares needed for the bypass for a 120-hectare parcel that will give it better access to a block of treaty settlement land. The deal also includes a $7.7 million mitigation and compensation payment and an ongoing pest management scheme. The Department of Conservation, which originally submitted against the route, is also now on board. It says while there will be a loss of flora and fauna near the road, it believes the mitigation package will address this loss and over time significantly enhance the biodiversity of other nearby areas. Tony Pascoe, who'd like to see the land turned into a reserve, doesn't buy that.
It'll kill the valley. It'll kill the wildlife. All the wetlands will be stuffed. It'll just annihilate them. You can't put 150, 200, 300 machines in here with all the oil and the diesel and 150, 200 people and utes and the eels, the crayfish, the big cockapoo fish and that sort of stuff, native fish. They'll have nowhere to hide.
The Pascoes have been offered $660,000, an 11-hectare parcel of land on Mount Messenger and an unspecified contribution to a new home. But walking away is not something Debbie Pascoe wants to even imagine.
When you love something as much as we love the bush and being here, you can't walk right away from it. It's going to be a very, very hard day, and I hope it never ever happens.
And for Tony, it's just not about the money.
When they come and slam their hand on our table, a couple of days before the 1st September 2007, when they said, you won't be able to live in your house, and I said, this is our home, where are we going to live? And they said, we don't know. And the property group fellas told me 2 or 3 times since, your home is worth nothing. It is our home. A lot of people come to our home. A lot of people come back this valley and think, wow, you are so lucky, Tony, to have this.
The High Court will begin hearing appeals against the interim consents in New Plymouth on Monday. I Taranaki mo te hōtaka o te Aipo nei, ko Robin Martin Aho.